Welcome to RED. It's Michelle Barone. What's up, Ash?
What's up, Zeeds? What's going on?
You know, Zeeds.
Okay, she, for the longest time while filming, she never let me call her Zeeds. And I'm like, you wonder why people don't know that we're aunt and niece? Because you make me call you your first name.
I mean, you could do it.
We say Zeeds. It's supposed to be Zia. We don't do anything right.
Yeah, we don't do Zia. We do Zeedzy sometimes.
Zeedzy, Zeeds.
Yeah.
We got nicknames for our nicknames.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. Hey guys, before today's episode, I want to talk to you about something that Ashley and I care a lot about, mental health.
That's right. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. And Mental Health America of Dutchess County is the perfect place for that help.
Absolutely. Mental Health America of Dutchess County is super empowering and helps so many people with so many problems.
Honestly, it's pretty amazing seeing how mental health actually affects people. I mean, the guests that we've had on the show, we've talked about mental health in almost every episode, and it's a serious topic.
Now's the time to prioritize your mental well-being. If you're suffering from anxiety, depression, or anything mental health related, visit Mental Health America Dutchess County at mhaDutchess.org.
This episode is brought to you by WAVA Water, the smarter way to hydrate. With WAVA, you get more than just water. It's hydration tailored to your busy lifestyle. Need to focus during the workday or a creative session? WAVA has you covered with curated music playlists designed to enhance your concentration and energy. You guys know I have ADD and I cannot focus at all, but when I drink WAVA Water and I listen to their lo-fi beats, suddenly I can focus. It's kind of like I'm cured. Whether you're tackling a big project or just need some clarity, WAVA's hydration and soundscapes help you stay at your best. WAVA is all about fueling your body and mind, so you can take on whatever comes your way. Stay refreshed and motivated with every sip and every beat. Visit wavawater.com to hydrate and find your focus.
I know we talked like in our last episode about being Italian, and I just feel like it's still so relevant for us.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
I mean, I feel like you've been fitting in a lot with we've had a lot of housewives on recently. We've had a lot of Jersey housewives on, and I feel like we've gotten along pretty well with them because they're us. It's like we're hanging out with our family.
Yeah, I mean, I have to tell you, just being ingrained in the community like we are, I feel like it's home. Like, everyone keeps asking me, so what's it like hanging out with the housewives? And I'm like, it's like being home with Nana cooking.
It's like I'm hanging out with you. Yeah, exactly.
It's so fun. And the family's so good too. Like there's so many good families, and I love the way these kids are. They're so nice and kind. Like our kids are loving too, you know, in our family, always hugging and kissing, but it's rare. I'm realizing as I grow up, that's not as normal, and that it is special.
I know, you go to people, we got to be like, oh, we're huggers. You gotta let people know.
You gotta let people know, and they're like, oh wait, you're a hugger? I'm like, yeah, like if you don't hug me, I get offended.
And then she thinks you hate her. It's like a whole thing.
They don't like me, and Ashley's like, no, they just don't want to hug you. Like they've known you for 30 years.
The amount of times that I hear, oh my God, they hate me. Like, who cares if they hate you, first of all? And second of all, they don't.
I know. I'm too much. But I will tell you, you know, we have done a lot in the past 2 years together. Mm-hmm. It has been quite a 2 years.
I feel like everything's changed from when we first started.
Yeah. I mean, we first started, I brought you in on the show in our studio at iHeart in Poughkeepsie, New York. And I had a little surprise. She was my first episode. I brought in, you got to listen to it if you haven't, because it's so funny.
It's unreal.
I brought in this guy who she used to date. Who
I did not date him, first of all.
Well, he gave you mono.
I didn't date him. She wanted me to, and I would not date him. She tried for literally years, her and all of her friends, to set me up. No, like, nice boy, he was great, but was not the one for me. So she literally came in. I did a whole podcast episode. She interviews me. And at the end, we did a game, which was build your boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
And I, picked all the qualities I like. And then
you liked calf muscles, arm muscles. You liked tall, dark, handsome, all this. And I said, oh, I got a guy for you.
I thought she was kidding. She wasn't. I literally turned around. He's walking in the room, and I was like, this is so awkward. I was like, I ghosted him 6 months ago, and now we're literally being filmed, and this is being put all over the radio stations, all over town, everywhere. So that was a tough one, but I feel like I've bounced back from that episode.
Yeah.
I think I have enough now that people won't look at that one, maybe. So
number 1, by the way, featuring Ashleigh McPherson, content creator here. But we had a really, really great time. So since then, you've became co-hosts. We're doing everything together, content, working together in the marketing agency. And it is crazy. I mean, there's some days where it's like, oh, there's just so much to do. And then there's days where like, oh my God, we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's like this crazy roller coaster, but that's entrepreneurship. Yep. And that's what we're doing here.
I know. I feel like when we started and I was first on that first episode, I didn't even do any interviewing ever. Like I had never interviewed anyone. And I'm like, yeah, my aunt's like going and like starting this podcast. And then like I started co-hosting with her and like now we're here. We've been to Super Bowl. You've been to the Grammys, Fashion Weeks, been to several Fashion Weeks.
Yeah, Art Basel.
We've done a lot.
I mean, the Super Bowl was iconic.
Yeah, Super Bowl was really fun. We had that trip. I feel like we could do a whole episode just on that trip. Yeah, there was so much that happened.
There was. And this, like, now you're going on a really exciting trip to Miami, and the trip is going to be amazing because you get to host, and there's so many people going to this event. Why don't you talk to me?
Oh, yeah. I'm really excited. So by the time this episode comes out, I'll probably already be done with the trip. But I'm going out to Miami in a few weeks to go and host an award show, which is, I don't know. You guys have to look at my Instagram. I swear to God, I know what it is, but it's really early right now. But it's a whole bunch of different like beauty influencers, big beauty brands, and I'm going to go and host the red carpet. So that'll be really fun. This is going to be my second time going out to Miami for events all on my own. Last year, she flew me out and I missed my flight. That was so bad. I was waiting for the shuttle at the hotel and I was like looking to see my flight boarding. I'm waiting. The shuttle's and coming for 20 more minutes. I was like, this is a nightmare. And like, she called it. Like, Michelle's always like, oh, like Ashley's going to be late. And I was like, oh, just another thing she could bring up later.
I know. But you did it.
I did it. I got on the next flight and I got out there.
And that was like, you know, a really big adult thing to do. So I was excited for you. Anyway, so you get to Miami and you're going to be hosting all these amazing red carpets. The one that you're doing is awesome. There's some really big people coming. So
yeah, I saw, I think Patrick Taw's going, Anastasia Beauty. So there's going to be a lot of really big brands that I love their products. So it'll be cool to meet the founders and meet everyone from their teams.
Absolutely. And then we went to a big beauty show in New York City, and that was so great.
Oh my God, it was so cool.
We met like 500 of the best brands on earth.
Oh my God, and the goodie bags that we left there with were amazing. I'm like still using the products. Like I've found some of my favorite products from that event.
Me too. Catherine and Gabby, our friends, were there.
Love them.
And so many other amazing, influential people. And I just have to say, like, we have built such a great network of strong women. Mm-hmm. And when we started developing this show 7 years ago, it was actually first called Woman Up because gosh,
I have the notes lists for it of all of our old podcast ideas.
We were sitting around my best friend's table in her kitchen, and she had like this big round table that had 10 seats around it, and I was like dying to get her on with us too because her personality is funny. Yeah. And she was like, no, I don't really want to do it. And I was like, come on, like, you got to do this with us. 2 years we went back and forth and had weekly meetings on because we wanted to be like women's empowerment and be fun, but we didn't want it to be like too women focused. But honestly, I think we hit it on the head. Red is awesome. Yeah. We do feature a lot of women, but we feature everyone. And we have so much fun. I just can't believe from all those days to today how it's like really evolved for real.
It's pretty crazy, like thinking like for so long we were like, oh my God, I want to do this podcast. Now we're with iHeart of the Hudson Valley, like so full circle. We're in the city filming monthly. Like we're meeting the coolest people. We're meeting people that like we watch on TV and now we're like befriending them. It's so cool.
It is cool. But you know what? Everything comes right because of hard work. Mm-hmm. We work day and night to just get out there, meet people, and we do the right thing every time. And I think that's so important. I've been in business for 25 years and built a reputation, and I've always done the right thing. Whether I have to take it on the chin or not, I'm always the one to do the right thing. And I think it pays off over time. And I don't do it because I want it to pay off. I do it because I genuinely have it in my heart to a fault.
Mm-hmm. She's not kidding, to a fault.
I'm too nice.
Sometimes it might, you know, kind of get her.
It does, but
she likes people too much.
I like people too much, but I've learned to put some boundaries in.
No, you're doing good.
I've been doing better.
It's like I'm teaching her a little bit.
Yeah, you are. I was always like a free for all and like, all right, you can walk all over me. Sure. You want everyone I know? Here's my Rolodex. Now it's like, you know, like I've earned this, and I had to get to a place where I understood the value of what I've built.
I mean, you've been doing this for how long?
I've been on the grind for this business for a long time. I'd say between this and marketing for like 20 years. I had a 4 or 5 year break there while I was at the bank.
Yeah.
But I was still out there. We had a show at the bank too.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she had a morning show. I remember I'd watch it when I was in high school in study hall. She'd be going live on Facebook and I'd watch it.
That young?
Oh yeah, I was in high school. I might have been in middle school.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, look at us now.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
And now you're like a mini better version.
Yeah.
So
now Luca's going to middle school.
Luca's going to go to middle school and he loves this business too.
Oh yeah. We got to get him in here. Luca, if you guys don't know, is her 10-year-old son.
He should have came today. He's home from school.
Are you serious?
Well, he has strep, but then he would have got everyone
Whatever.
sick.
Put him on a train. Get him down here. Get him down here.
But he could have went to school. You know, he's like, please, I don't feel good. I'm like, you don't have a fever. You don't have a cough. Your throat's not even red. You've been on antibiotics for 3 days.
Wait.
Sure.
It's so funny you say that because when you were in LA last week, I'm at the house and CZ Joanna's babysitting the kids. And she's like, oh, like Luca came home from school and said like his arm hurt or something. And then she was like, later on, he said his stomach hurt. She goes, he's totally building it up to be sick to school tomorrow. So I go to Luca and I'm like, Luca, like, are you, I go, between you and I go, are you pretending to be sick right now? Like, are you building it up? And he's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I could see him like breaking to admit it to me that he is. It was so funny.
He's so cute.
It's so funny. I feel like there's so many parts of him that I'm like, are me.
No,
and I'm like,
you and
I
him are
did
the
that.
same. He's like literally the best.
He is.
I mean, he's such a good personality. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so great. And we got to get him out more in the car shows.
We really should be interviewing him. I would love to do an interview with Luca.
Oh, that'd be great.
I feel like Luca could talk.
Oh, he can talk.
I bring Luca with my friends to hang out all the time. Everywhere.
Yesterday I was on a call and I'm, like driving on Bluetooth in my car. And he's like, Mom, do you like realize that I'm here? Because I'm trying to talk to you. And I was like, if I hear that one more time between Ashleigh, my mother, my husband, yes, I hear you're all here, but I am on the phone. I'm trying to do it all, okay?
I mean, I feel like if all of us are saying it,
I know.
we might.
Listen, it's really hard to be the jack of all trades. So
you need like 10 days in one, I feel like.
I do. I do a lot in a day. So, but what I think I've really decided to do is hone in on finding the right help. And someone that I'm working with now, Tony, who's now my manager, is one of the most incredible, selfless, amazing men. He knows so many people. And forget his network, forget his work ethic. He's just like us.
Oh, yeah.
He sees the things the way we do. We're eye to eye. He sees the value in us, and he's really, really working hard to take us to new heights and structure our business too.
Absolutely.
To help.
I feel like every time like we have a conversation with him on the phone or something, we're just like, he gets it. And like we're like on like a really good routine. Like we're getting everything figured out and we're just going to keep growing.
Keep growing.
God, he's a part of the team now.
Me too. And we have other new publicists that are awesome. The team just keeps growing. And I think that helps with like, getting more exposure, getting on the red carpets. That's a big piece of what we do and that no one talks about. When you get asked to go on a red carpet, it's a huge deal. And when you get asked to do it 10 times a month and then be featured on it, it's even bigger. And as you continue to grow, it's limitless. It's like, well, what am I going to wear this time to be different? And what's going to be my thing? So it's all those marketing things that make you. And then just keep expanding the team. One thing in this industry I've learned over the last few years is people want to hold on tight when they have something good. And I've been there too. But I also feel like you can't grow without growing with people because everyone has a different perspective.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like, well, you bring in a stylist and they're like, well, I don't want another stylist. But you're like, well, I'm not firing you.
Right.
I want both of you because I
right.
think you both have different views on things.
Right. People have different like skills.
Right.
And like you can use both of them and have both of them.
Exactly.
I think that's like a big thing with like ego and like job security though, that like people like don't want to feel threatened.
Yep.
And like when they do, I think that kind of shows like who the person is though with like how they react to like what's being presented in front of them. Like if you have two stylists and a stylist says like, I don't want to work with you because like you're not going to use me as much. It's like, okay, well like, you don't want to work with me then.
Exactly. Like the only way to grow is to grow your team as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And to have 10 stylists at some point and 10 PR people, like you have to get to a place where, you're utilizing everyone for their best, they're giving for whatever they're best at.
Absolutely. And I think that comes a lot with like being in the industry more. I feel like we haven't been in the industry as long as a lot of people have, but we've been here long enough to kind of see who works and who doesn't with our team. And when we find a good person, we keep them and we have our team forever. Like Gabby's on our team and Gabby's never leaving us. We say all the time, she's not allowed to leave us.
She wants 4 or 5 or 10 kids, but she's like, I want to get married. And I'm always like, Ashleigh, I have a guy for you. But Gabby's like, well, what about me?
You can't because you'll leave.
And I'm like, well, you'll have kids and be a housewife. Like, I need you for me. You can't leave us for me and Ash. But
see, so like we're too.
We just got to find her. She'll stick through it. She'll work from home.
You got to like trick her into it somehow.
Yeah, somehow. Maybe Red will pay for her nanny or something. And then she could just come on set with the kid.
Still wedding in November, guys. Just if anyone's interested, in case Gabby is looking for a wedding date in November.
We should interview her.
We should. I'm so
Gabby,
serious.
you know what?
I'm so serious.
Let's go, Gab. Gabby, can you come over here? Oh, Bryce.
No, Gabby's getting married. She hasn't found the groom yet.
Come on, Gab. You want to go on? Yeah. Let's go. Get on with us, Gabby. Come on, Gabby.
Yay!
Gabby! We've been waiting to do this for poor Gabby. She loves being on camera. Shout out to our incredible partner, Steve Prohashka from BigSteveBigMoves.com. He has a book called From Orphan to Millionaire where he shares his incredible story about becoming a millionaire after being an orphan. If you're ready to elevate your mindset, master resilience, and make big moves in life and business, make sure you check out BigSteveBigMoves.com where you can find his book. And if reading isn't enough, Steve takes it to the stage. He's a dynamic public speaker. He delivers game-changing talks on partnerships, leadership, success, and overcoming obstacles. Steve is one of a kind and completely dynamic. So if you're looking for a speaker that will change the game for your event and beyond, make sure you check out BigSteveBigMoves.com and Big Steve Big Moves on Instagram. I just love Pixie Beauties on the... Oh, geez, Ash, seriously?
Are you kidding? Have you seen how my skin has been glowing lately? I'm not stopping.
I mean, seriously, Pixie Beauty products are for every day, and they are the best. I love the Glow Tonic. It's become a staple in my skincare.
I love that product. I use it every day before I do my skincare, and honestly, it's like brightens my face, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, a guest commented today on how beautiful you looked and that you were dewy and glowy, and it's all because of Pixie.
Honestly, Pixie products just know how to make you feel beautiful in your own skin.
My favorite is the Pixie On The Glow blush. It is so much fun. You can just stick it right on, take it out. It's just one of my favorites. It's so much fun, and it looks so good on.
Honestly, it gives you like a nice sun-kissed glow. I absolutely love it, and it's going to be great for summer. If you guys want to glow this summer just like us, visit www.pixiebeauty.com.
So this is Gabby Ferrone. Our last names rhyme.
Ferrone, Barone.
And McPherson. She's
Listen,
the wannabe Italian.
I got Barone blood, okay?
Thank you. I try.
So, Gabby, what is it like working with us?
What was your morning like,
Be
Gab?
real.
Be real. It's painful. It's brutal. My morning was rough. I got woken up at 5 a.m. saying, Gabby, can you please drive 45 minutes to go pick up a book? And I called Ashley and I said, I'm not doing that.
And then I talked to Gabby and she got in the car.
I talked to my dad and he's like, well, actually, like out of everybody, you are like the closest to go pick it up. And I'm like, are you on my side or are you like on Team Michelle?
That's why you did it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, as if hair and makeup didn't.
Well, if we know I'm not the driver in the group,
no, Gabby, we asked driving.
If we asked Ashley to do it, it would have been done.
Well, that's literally what I said. Gabby's like, if Michelle's running late, will you get me tomorrow morning? I'm like, if she's running late, I'm definitely running late.
Like when Michelle's running late, Ashley's texting me being like, good, she doesn't know that I'm running late. Like it's like wrangling two people.
Gabby's like, I'll call you in the car. I'm like, actually, don't.
Yeah, she's like, don't, like, unless you know I'm on the road, don't call, because I don't want her to know. But usually Michelle's late too, so Ashley gets away with it. I'm always sitting there waiting, ready.
I know, but I'm not usually late for things like
picking me up. Always.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, every time. I've learned to like always like instead of like always be at least a half hour. Like I don't even get dressed until like I know she's on the way.
But it's the day.
She's never on the way when she says she's on the way.
It's the day that I'm like, oh, I could be a half an hour late that she's on it.
Yeah.
It's always when that happens.
But I don't. Usually she has to pick me up, so it works out.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to drive.
It worked a lot better when we had your location because we could figure out where you are.
Took it
you
off.
keep turning it off. I don't know what's going on with that.
I turn my location services off.
you turn it off because you're scared people are gonna find you.
Yeah,
but like
I'm
we're the
scared.
ones that are trying to find you.
Right, we're trying to find you.
I share it sometimes for an hour and then I get freaked out.
No, okay, well, don't, because
you would
really
hate
helps
to
us.
be any of my friends because I know I track them at all times.
Oh my God, I have like a roster of my friends like in town.
But you guys like don't feel like that's like a privacy infringement?
No, like what am I doing that I need to hide?
Right, what am I
Okay, like
hiding?
if I go on a date or something, I turn it off.
Yeah.
Right, you could turn it off. You
Like,
turn
I
it off
don't want to-
Who wants
indefinitely.
to think about turning it on and off?
Well,
Okay, like,
I mean, it's not like it's
I
not that
think
much
I
of a hassle.
rarely turn it
right,
off.
I'm not like
what
keeping
if me
secrets.
and Danny go to Giggles?
Well, I mean, you
Okay,
guys can go to Giggles.
Go to
We wouldn't
Giggles. I
know
wouldn't
you're
care.
with Danny.
Yeah.
I turn it off.
But, like,
'cause
you got 3
like,
kids.
Like when Ashley
So,
knows I'm
like-
going on a date or something, I'm terrified that she's just gonna show up. So I turn it off because she would.
You
She
would?
I would.
Yes, she would.
What?
Oh my God, me and Jamie talked about it. Me and Jamie almost went together in
Jamie and her
wigs.
wanted to get a table next to my.
You didn't include me.
Well, he
no,
knows you.
Michelle
He
would
knows
know.
Michelle Barone.
He doesn't.
Oh,
know.
get it.
He doesn't
Actually,
know Michelle.
they always know you because I post me and my
yeah.
Instagram story is me and Ashley.
I
every
might
day.
blow the cover.
Ashley like tags me in her Instagram stories and I reshare them. So
Damn. All right.
She's
So maybe
got
you
the
have to
deal.
go.
It's really painful to work with us.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
don't
like, listen,
don't
like,
put me a part of this.
Well, I said us.
yeah, no, us.
Us?
Yeah.
Poor Gabby.
Listen. She'd still pick a hotel room with me over you on a
No
trip.
way.
Well, that's true.
You
Me
would?
and Gabby
Well, 'cause
like
you
live
to
in
go to bed
synchronicity.
early, and then you wake up early. Like we
I
go
wake
out
up at like 7:30.
and
Yeah,
you complain
New
that our
York
rooms
time
are
when we're in
trash.
LA.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
She's like, guys, we gotta make sure all of our work is done, so we have to wake up New York time. And it's like, okay, but we were just like out like until 3 a.m.
Yes.
And like now like
Well,
it's 6 a.m. in New York.
we
right?
work like doing events and stuff till probably like 10, 11, even a little later.
Yeah.
And then like we would like to do something fun, so we drop Michelle off at the hotel, and then we go out.
Me and Gabby like to make it a point that every single trip
We
get
have to go at least one
time.
night. Yeah. The worst though
They
was when
wanna
we
live
went
their
to
lives.
when we went to LA for VCon, and remember the manager of the hotel, he kept saying like,
Oh my
'cause
God.
every night we'd be like, we're gonna go out tonight, and like the last day we were like, we're going out tonight, it's our last night. He goes, yeah, I'll wait in an hour, you're gonna come down in your pajamas and sit in the lobby for an hour, because
And
that's
we
what we
did
always
every
do
time.
because we get so tired because we're out so late.
No, but we did end up going out. We
We
went
did go
out with Makeshift
Yeah.
Makeshift
Yes.
Project.
Yeah.
Who we had a podcast with them. You guys
Yeah.
have to watch
It
the
was
episode. It was really
Brian?
good. With Brian.
With
Yeah, we went
Brian,
out
yeah.
with Brian and a few of his friends.
Friends,
and
yeah.
we went to some bar. We went to
it was
some,
the club like that attached to the hotel.
oh my God, it was so weird. There was like a boxing ring like above like the
Well,
bar.
Glow dropped us off. 'Cause,
Glow
you know,
dropped us off. Glow
wait,
knows
wait,
a good
she's gotta-
time.
she's
Glow
gotta
knows a
have
good
to
Give
time.
a shout out to Glow.
Glow-
So
Glow's my
Gloria
favorite
freaking
person in
best.
the
I
world.
love Glow.
Gloria comes with us to every trip and she's like helps and she literally donates her time
Yes.
to come hang out with me and,
like she'll
get our
tell
food,
us,
get our clothes.
Like the hotel we stayed at, that trip actually, she literally like our hotel was the smallest hotel I've ever been in.
Oh my God, the
It was
smallest
going to be
room. It was
5
like a
days,
shoebox.
the three of us, and like literally you couldn't walk around the bed. It was
Like
horrible.
the hotels were built like their original branding was from New York, so like
I
the
think.
hotels were built to be
It
really
just- it
small.
was stupid.
but
not
we
functional.
stayed there
But-
because
Of
that's,
course,
Right, that's where the event
But that was like
Right.
our room, and we were like, "Oh, this is gonna be horrible," but like we're gonna make it work. And Glow comes in, she's like, "You three can't live in this," and she switched rooms with us. So we got like the biggest room. It was one of the biggest hotel rooms I've ever been in. Like
No,
it was
Glow,
huge.
Glow always saves the day.
Yeah.
One time, Michelle and my uncle Danny had a flight back to New York. Me and Gabby didn't have our flights booked
Yep.
yet. We had flights the next day. They
Danny
flew
and
home.
Michelle fell asleep in the car, and Danny dropped us off and was like, "Girls, get out of the road." But there was a homeless man walking,
And then there's a
on
guy
the
in a car
sidewalk,
going up and down the road.
and there was
just
somebody
eyeing us down.
pacing, and I was like, "Well, I feel like in the middle of the road, at least there's like a light that we can see who's coming up behind
Right.
us." And Danny's yelling at us. Michelle's asleep, has no idea, and we
When
have
did
no
this
hotel
happen?
In LA.
in LA our
After
first-
filming.
That was
our
our
first
trip
filming there,
together.
yeah.
It was?
And then we ended up not
Yeah.
getting a flight out to the next morning, so Glow ended up getting all of our stuff while we were filming, brought it to a new hotel.
Yeah,
in a
she's
new
the only one that
hotel
booked a room for us. Otherwise, we would have been sleeping on
well,
the street.
she told me she was doing it.
So thank God for Glow.
Sure.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that.
No, she did. Glow
like the girl-
always
the
The thing
girls
is,
are
like,
okay, right?
the thing is, like, once Michelle leaves us, she will not text us. Like, if we get on different
Out of
flights
sight,
from her
out of
all the
mind.
time, like, she does never like, did you make it safe? Like, never, not a
The next
single.
morning, she just expected to see us at the office.
She's like, you girls aren't coming in. I'm like, we're still at the
I'm
airport.
like, no,
we're waiting for you to come pick us up.
Like, we have a layover. I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking at flights for me and Gabby to go to Vegas in a few months. We almost had to do a layover in Hawaii.
No, Michelle goes, like, what's the best one you get? And Ashley goes, this one, it's going to take us 3 days to get there. We have to stay 2 nights in Boston, but I think we can make it work. And Michelle's like, But like, do you think like the hotel is gonna be a lot? Like, do you think you guys could do your posts from there, or
is there gonna be Wi-Fi? Like, I don't know, guys.
Like, I just like only if you could get your work done, you know.
So it's not even true. What actually happened was no layovers. Let's filter it better. They're mean to me.
We ended up ending our flight in the end. She made sure
that was a bad
I
example
figured
because
out.
that one she was on our side.
That one she
I'm always on your side. You guys act like it's.
All right, what was your favorite trip with Gabby and I?
I love Super Bowl. You know why I loved it?
Really
because
fun trip.
You guys didn't know Glow yet. Yeah. So Glow came out. Glow's been coming with me for years. Yeah. Glow's been my staple for all this.
That was why we became.
I met her at Top. That one, but this is the really one we like bonded.
So Glow meets me at the airport and she's like, "Let's go." You guys have no idea who she is, what she's doing. You're like, why is this random woman taking over Michelle's schedule?
She's taking all of our stuff and just dragging us to the airport.
You're like, is she with us? I gave you no
because that happens.
Warning.
Like, people do just help us on the side of the road.
Literally. I was on my way to the studio today and a homeless guy cleaned my windshield. Like, this stuff happens every day, I swear.
Oh my God. But so, how do you know he was homeless?
He said it. Oh, his sign said it.
He said it.
Well, I didn't have any cash either, so I was like,
back to the story.
Okay, so we met Glow at the airport.
He said it. Poor guy. We got to get him something.
I don't know
him.
We
should find him and give him a nice tip, you know? I feel bad for the guy.
What are we talking about?
So anyway, no, so back to Glow. So Glow comes with us on every trip. And she just kind of organizes the schedule, makes sure we're there. Things happen quick. So it's like you get there and then you're at an event, then you're getting your hair and makeup done and changing your outfit, and then you're at another event and doing that 5 times a day between carpets, and we're carpet hopping.
Yeah, especially
so
the Super
Glow
Bowl.
will manage the schedule, do a recap, do all the connections between each event, like any ride, like she just manages the whole life.
She's like,
she goes shopping.
Yeah.
She goes shopping if we need clothes,
Yeah.
like if we're not, like if we didn't come with the right, if we find out something like, oh, well, this happens to be a white party. Okay, great. We brought nothing white. She's the one who go grab us.
Like, we're in hair and makeup. She's bringing us breakfast.
She would bring us breakfast in the morning, like in bed.
Wait, that hotel that we were just talking about though had the best smoothies. Every single morning I had that like peanut butter blueberry smoothie.
No,
I don't know what it was.
That wasn't at Super Bowl.
That was at Max.
No,
Moxie.
at Moxie. What we were talking about before was Glow. Yeah.
But I will tell you,
shout out to Moxie Hotel for their smoothies.
Yeah,
so good.
So good. And I just want to say, Glow, you've been with me forever. I love your daughter. She's a star too.
Mila.
We love you,
love
Mila.
her.
She's a star. And Junior has been with me. I met them in Cannes, France at my first event ever.
Yeah.
And he was a road manager for Pitbull, and he really helped me throughout this whole entertainment thing for a long time.
Well, I have to say too, like that was Super Bowl was the trip we met them, and like the last night, sure enough, we were like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go downstairs. We were in Vegas for 5 days. We were like, we have to like gamble once. We've been to Vegas twice. I've never done it.
No,
but that's okay.
Time,
Actually,
time's a charm.
I got Danny to do the slots, so I felt like that was me. It was his money, which is better.
Danny.
It's always better using Danny's.
Always better using Danny's money.
Danny's dollars are always better to
spend.
spend.
Dollars. Danny's dollars.
But we went down. Like Glow called us. We met her at like the bar, the casino, and then like Junior came down, and we talked to them for 3 hours. They convinced us to like stay an extra day because we weren't gonna make it to
God, we were
like if it wasn't for them, they'd be on a flight like crying like, that day.
We were at the bar and we were so sad. We're like, oh, like we came all the way down to Super Bowl, like we're gonna miss Super Bowl because there was a big snowstorm in New York, so we had to switch our flights. And then Glow was like, absolutely not. Like, we're making this work. Looks up a whole new flight, figures it out, sends it to ZZ. Like, she's like, we're going to figure this out in the morning. We're going to go in her room.
It's like 5 a.m. We're like, please, Michelle, please let us stay. We're like begging.
We're like, please, I swear it'll work.
Like, okay, like do this, do that. We're like,
okay.
And we did. We stayed. We made it to the Margaritaville, which probably wasn't the best idea for Ashley.
No, because I don't remember leaving the Margaritaville.
But I had a blast.
No, we had a blast, and all I know is
you two got in a fight.
No, see the thing is like
and then I thought you hated each other.
This is what happens. Like first of all, when we go on trips, like
and then I'm like, my company's going down.
It's a lot of time together. But then like also like I also think like Ashley, we were drinking, and like who doesn't like to cause a little drama?
Well, and me and Gabby are like sisters, so like we hang out more than we probably hang out with our siblings
I don't even
now.
think like the funny thing is I think you like that is when you're like, oh, they fought. Like the time we went to LA, the next time we actually fought worse. Like I didn't talk to her for 2 days.
Right.
But like when we were at the Margaritaville, like everybody was like, the girls are fighting, and it's like, no, we weren't.
Meanwhile, if you literally start sentence, me and Gabby are giggling in the bathroom together.
Ashley comes over and she goes, Danny thinks I'm mad at you, and I go, oh, that's horrible. And she goes over to Danny. She goes, why would you say that about my best friend? I love her. And Danny's like, I don't know. You guys were fighting. And it's like, Like, of course we're fighting. Like, we've been together for 6 days.
Like, you guys have us locked in one hotel room and we have not had 2 seconds to ourselves.
And at that point, nobody had seen our hotel room.
No. Oh my God, that was bad. Our room was bad.
What happened?
Because
you weren't staying with me.
It was
No, it's because everything happened in our room. Every camera
room was always the
equipment in our
hangout room.
Yeah, and we're also the only people that like we have to get ready ourselves.
And we have everything. Right, we have
Michelle
everything.
goes in another room to get her hair and makeup done, and
Right,
she
and
doesn't even have clothes.
Right, and then they pack it up. Right.
Somebody brings up her clothes. Like, nothing happens in her room. Like,
Right. Literally.
But I loved that room.
But our room, like, it just gets messy because we're going from event to event. Like, Super Bowl, we had like 5 events a day.
Oh my God,
and we had to
it was
switch
horrible.
outfits for every
Like,
single one.
It was horrible in a good way, but it was just like,
we're like, oh my God, it was
messy.
so hard. It was so draining.
You're doing it
in
again,
one
sister.
event. In one event, we did 70 interviews
I know.
in one
Yeah.
of the parties. That was like over 100 interviews in one day.
It was insane.
First time I had to interview, you were at another event interviewing, and Gabby's like, all right, Ash, like, you ready? You're going to go. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, totally. Like, as if she would ever not
Ashley
make
was like,
it.
so thought I was kidding. I was like, no, like, you're doing it. Michelle's not here.
Like,
And
the next
we're
moment,
standing here.
She
So.
handed me the mic. She's like, all right, ready? And I was like, I thought you were kidding.
At one point, I looked at her. I was like, remember, it's just you and me. And she's like, okay, I can do this.
Shaking, full body shaking. I'm like internally shaking. I did not know what to do. I was like, what am I even supposed to ask people? And now I'm like, I'll ask them anything. Like, it really was not like that crazy, but like, it just being my first
it
interview.
was just like, and also like
And it
being
was
on the
Super
carpet
Bowl.
is so intimidating.
Like
too.
a big Super Bowl event for my first time interviewing.
Also, like, fun fact, nothing to do that we're talking about. Like, who knew Vegas got cold?
freezing at night.
I wore a fur coat and Gabby didn't.
Yeah, I was freezing. Like, Danny thought I was gonna pass out. I think he was scared. I
You
was
fell
dying.
over.
Her feet went numb on it for Vegas for a week after.
I couldn't feel but that was more like heels.
After Miami swimming, my feet went numb
That's
after
more
heels
like
too.
heels. Like, I couldn't feel my feet for a week.
We should probably get some stuff before we go to the next trip.
Well, my grandma told me about this like stuff. We should look into it.
Your
What is it? Is
grandmother-
it numb it?
My grandma.
She's giving like us like arthritis.
No, it's for your shoes. It's for your feet.
All right,
What is
so
it,
we just have
insole?
to talk. So we're on the red carpet. We have Justina Valentine there. All the celebrities, Gronk's coming out, and Gabby is freezing cold. She's like biting her
the
nails.
funny
That
thing,
was
too,
a
is, like,
cold one.
We didn't even have tickets to like the actual event. We only had tickets. Like, me and Michelle
For
only
the
could
carpet.
be press. Yeah.
Oh, we finessed that.
Ashley got in with like a +2 or something. So,
I got VIP
So she
entry.
brought 15 people
I got
in.
to
So
watch
she
15
brought everybody in, and I'm sitting at the carpet. Now, mind you, I'm begging Ashley before. I'm like, can you give me your jacket or anything? She's like, no, I have to go inside. And I was like, why is she being like so annoying about it? Well, then she comes out, she runs over, she puts the jacket on me, and I'm like, maybe she just like loves me. Maybe it's hot in there and like she doesn't need it. No, she put all like the VIP bands in the jacket. Like,
So I got everyone in
finessed
by just
it.
pretending I was giving
Yeah.
Gabby my jacket. Wasn't that pretty good?
The thing is, like,
that
we've
was my
done that
second
so
event
many
I snuck
times.
into that weekend.
We've done it
And we're
so many
getting really good at this.
but like sometimes like me and Michelle are press, and Ashley she's got a
An
ticket.
influencer.
Yeah. So we get in.
We do what we got to
We
do.
saw 21
we got our
Savage.
team on all sides.
And
when we
50
go to
Cent.
these
That was a
things.
good concert. It was worth
We really do divide. No, it was 50 Cent and
and
who
21
else?
Savage.
21 Savage.
That was worth
really
it.
good.
Yeah.
Super Bowl, we saw T-Pain, 21 Savage, and 50 Cent all in one weekend.
And then we were like front and center and all
Front
of them.
row. That
Yeah.
was so cool.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that I think, but just going back to you being cold, because it was, I don't understand if you guys understand, but she was blue. Like,
I don't even
her
remember.
legs, she didn't feel them. I was like, are you okay? You're like, yeah.
Meanwhile, Michelle's then like
Full fur.
It's full fur, but you had nothing on underneath it.
I had no clothes on.
Had
I wore
nothing on
a
underneath
sheer
You know,
outfit, completely see-through.
Next thing I know,
looks
we're
glamorous.
filming like interviews, and next thing I know, like she's putting people in her coat. I'm like, Michelle, you got nothing on.
They're
under that.
little people.
Well, you like just because they're little people, they're still people.
I know, but they wanted to get warm.
They weren't your kids.
My mom loved it. It was all worth it.
Oh, she loves them. No, I feel like
Sasquatch was there.
we go through a
Jacqueline's.
lot of weather conditions. I mean, we were in the Hamptons and we were dying of heat. There was no water or
Michelle,
fans.
like the Hamptons.
We need to talk
Unreal.
about
So
what
hot.
happened with the interview with Teresa.
Well,
that
so
day.
the first time I went to the Hamptons was the hottest I've ever been.
It was
But
so
and that
hot.
was when Ashley came. We had a great time.
But there was no water or fans.
There was
and,
no
like,
water.
It was
We only-
a heat wave in New York.
There was
that
like
week.
the only thing they were serving was like wine.
I mean, we took it upon ourselves, obviously. So
Yeah, like I was thirsty.
We're gonna take it. Yeah, obviously.
I was so thirsty. And Janelle was driving, so like it worked out.
Janelle's sitting there getting an IV.
Janelle's getting an IV.
Janelle does all of our brand partnerships, but she's leaving us.
She's leaving us.
She's having her second
Janelle's
baby,
like my
and she's
favorite
going to be a
person.
stay-at-home mommy.
I told her like she still has to be up to date on everything Bravo because like she's our Bravo girl.
She is. She
But
knows
thank
it all.
God for Janelle because the second Hamptons event that year or this summer, me and Janelle went because you had to do the speech,
I
right?
had to
I was
do the
filming a
commencement
movie and you were
speech.
filming.
Yeah.
We really divided.
No, she did a
content.
commencement speech and filmed a movie in the same day.
Yeah, we were
did.
dividing and conquering that day. But me and Janelle went to the Hamptons and I did the red carpet by myself. I was shaking because I'm used to being on the carpet, but I don't have to ask any questions. I don't
Well,
have to
and
talk.
before this event, we were stressed because we're like, we have 5 different events to be to in one day. How is Michelle Barone going to interview when
and I
Michelle
was
Barone
like,
cannot be
yeah,
here?
and I was like, worst comes worst, like I'll ask questions. Hopefully they say it in a way we can like cut it. But I got home and we're editing it, and I was like, we could so put Michelle's voice over it because I had like I wasn't in the
It's your
shot.
hand.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't in
yeah.
the shot. No, I didn't even. My hand wasn't even in it. I just gave Teresa the mic, and so we did the voiceover. And like, who actually Catherine. She came up to me like at an event after because she saw me
From the TLC show.
yeah.
from the
from
TLC
Smothered.
from Smothered.
Smothered.
She came up to me after like not because she was at the Hamptons event. She came to me, she goes, Gabby, that is so smart. You've put Michelle's voice over it. Like she goes, I know Michelle wasn't there. She
Yeah.
goes, you can't tell. And I was like, nobody can.
And the video went viral.
Yeah, the video went viral. It was one of our Dolores and Teresa were like the 2 best interviews we had at that point, and they were from the Hamptons event.
Which is
And I remember
so
too, like
crazy.
I was so nervous because I was like, I don't even know if I'm able to like edit this. Like that's always like, how do you make it work? And I was like, I just had everybody just say their name and like that they're on Michelle Barone RED, and Michelle's like, they're saying my name.
And it
I
was
like,
honestly-
yeah, your name's on the mic.
I feel like you and Janelle were the ideal 2 people to go.
No, because
like,
Janelle
out
had
of
the best
anyone-
questions.
Right. Like you guys are so
Yeah.
like Bravo. Like
Yeah.
Bravo, but like I feel like Janelle's like
Janelle's our
in the
Bravo. Like, yeah, I'm
world.
texting her like, what's the
She
best
knows it
questions
all.
for so and so.
Yeah.
But no, she, and also it's all about placement on the carpet. Like we went last, and I listened to everyone's questions before me. So
That's honestly better.
No, you always want to go last because people too, you get them on the way out.
Right. And
Yeah.
like sometimes people like skip around if like someone
Yeah.
else is going.
And like by the time they get to you, they're like ready. They just want to like give a good answer and leave, But you can listen. That's what I was like. I don't know half these people's names, but I would like sit there and listen to them, and then I'd be like, "So tell me about your daughter." I heard.
I heard a lot
I heard that something's going on with her over there.
What do you
But-
guys think was like your favorite interviews we've done? Like, do you
I
guys
have a
have a
favorite.
favorite?
Remember at the Soulful Super Bowl event,
Yeah.
and like the band came in the middle of the episode,
Yes.
or not
I
the episode,
do.
the middle of
But
the interview.
Who was that?
I don't know. I was just watching it the other day, actually, and it was just so funny because like
The band comes in.
mid question, Michelle's like talking, and all of a sudden,
Oh my God,
you hear like,
I know what video
boom,
you're talking
and Michelle goes,
about.
"What was that?"
No, we have to do like a blooper reel or something because that video is so funny.
I panned over to the band, and then I panned back to them, and they just kind of like stare at each other, and then I just was like, do something, and then Michelle just like the 2 of them just started dancing, and then the band goes away. They just finished the interview, like pick up in the sentence where she left off, like it was like we were gonna address it.
Wait, I feel like I remember the video, but I remember your face. But were you interviewing the band or you were interviewing someone else?
No,
and the
it
band
was just
came in?
the band was coming through.
It was like an NFL player or something.
yeah, it was like an NFL player or something. It was at the event.
And we're at the event, and we're doing it. I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, and then all of a sudden I'm like,
But no,
You
best,
can't ignore
no,
it.
it wasn't even like all of a sudden.
Because
It was
it was
like
so
That is
it was
so
like
funny.
boom, and Michelle's like,
yeah.
That is so funny. So what's your favorite?
One of my favorites was Jay Shetty. He got
Yeah.
me to cry.
Yeah.
Looking in that guy's
Michelle
eyes.
cried.
She
looking
doesn't
in-
cry often.
No, she
I don't
cries
cry.
like twice.
Like just those 2 times.
Those-
She
So
cries twice.
often.
So yeah, more than
No,
one.
his eyes piercing.
Looking in those eyes, it's like you could see his soul.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never met anyone like that.
Yeah.
He's very like intentional in the conversation. Like when I talk to him, like it's like you could tell like he's very like present and like talking.
That
Yeah.
is what I need to do.
Yeah.
No, it's like
Because I'm very the opposite.
Michelle's like,
Luca's like, "Hello, Mom. Are you
like you're
listening?"
talking to her over here, and she's like, what is
Well,
this?
that's at work.
No,
but
she's
when
on
we're
the phone.
here,
Yeah, here, no,
Yeah.
you're good.
No, when we're here, I'm like, "Oh, I got her locked in
She's
for
a
9
great
hours."
addition. Nothing better than like
and
Michelle.
I love Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
You loved Martha. Martha Stewart was kind of fun because we didn't think we were gonna get her.
We didn't think we were going to get her. She came at the very end. We were on the carpet for like an hour and a half, and we were dressed to the nines. It was at the Hudson Gala.
Hudson Yards. Yeah.
Chelsea
Hudson
Pierce
River Park Friends
Gala. Gabby.
Yeah, you know.
And it was a very exclusive event. We got tickets and everything. But when Martha came out, they were like, "Oh, carpet's a wrap." And I'm like,
I think Martha was like one of our really biggest people, like
And
our
we
first
didn't-
really big
Yeah.
people.
And then she came out of her car. At the end, we had like 1 minute to spare. We were the only ones to get it.
Yeah.
She came to us, and then I saw her so many other times, and now like a recognizable face,
crazy.
which is
You know,
cool.
Martha Stewart, my neighbor, is her UPS man.
Really?
Fun facts.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Gabby always knows a friend of a friend.
Yeah, my brother's
Everyone's
worked with him for a
connected.
while.
I just want to talk about Gabby's 2 things can be true theory.
So I was just
just
telling
talking
Ashley this
about
morning.
this.
I didn't realize this was so like a big impact on you.
Oh, it was like
No, so explain.
I give a lot of advice to people all the time because I've had success in different areas, marketing or whatever. And people are always looking to pick my brain. Every single day of my life, I have a pick your brain conversation. Do I not?
She does.
And they're like, "Do you charge for this?" Because everybody wants to pick your brain. So
We're like, you could charge $500 for what you say. Like, she doesn't realize what she says
no,
is
I
valuable.
do, but I want to help people too. So, and we're working through that. We'll get there, but
We're working through
we're
that.
working through it. But so I have these pick your brain conversations, and Gabby said to me, she's like, I heard what you were saying like on this call.
Yeah, I feel like every time we get in the car
And
together, we just
we
we're
talk.
giving it advice back and forth.
Right, we give them and Gabby's just like, like you can still like love this person and feel like they weren't right, like didn't treat you right. And I was like, you know what, that's a really good point. Like I always felt like it had to be one or the other. Like I always felt like, you know how the let them theory, right? By our girl Mel. I love her.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I'm like becoming obsessed with her.
Me
low-key.
too.
Yeah.
She's so good. Mel Robbins, and everyone's read the book, and she's doing iconic things. But I think that 2 things can be true is a very similar thing.
Yeah.
It's not the let them theory.
No, it's just kind of like of course this is true and this is true, but like it doesn't matter. Like
like it doesn't have to be definite. Like if your friend's wronging you,
right,
and you're like, I'm writing them off, and you're like, but I don't want to write them off. You can feel both of those emotions.
Like I'm always telling them, like you can stay friends with somebody and like still not put up with that. Like you can like don't expect them to change. Like, they're not going to.
You can love someone and still know they're not
just
respecting
gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, because you're gonna be like hopeful for something else. And I always am telling Michelle, I'm like, and it's just about everything. Every time we're in the car, I'm like, Michelle, 2 things can be true. And then on Monday, and I just told Ashley this morning. Monday, you said it to me. You were like, Gabby, the 2 things can be true. Like I think about it all the time. Like you're so right. And I was like, I didn't even think this was so powerful. Like
I think it's
I learned
such
it from
a
the
good
toast.
point. But I feel like it's also like, especially with friendship, it's like, it's such like a hard line where it's like, oh, my friend cares about me, or it's like, no, like your friend's just actually being disrespectful and like not being
any relationship really.
Right, exactly.
And I do feel like in my life, because I've been so nice to people take advantage of me.
Oh,
they
absolutely.
do.
And like I think like we see it so much because we're with you so much, and we're always like, Michelle, like this isn't
It's
right.
not okay. And and for a long time, it's not because I don't value myself. Like a lot of people that know me will be like,
I don't think it's that.
I love myself.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
My favorite quote from Michelle is, one time she was like, oh, my arm is so fat. And we were like, no, like love your arm. She goes, I love my arm. I just know it's fat. Like, I'm like, that's like 2 things can be true. Like I love it, but it's
she'll
fat.
make a comment about being insecure, but it's like she's the most secure person. Like,
I'm
that's the
so
craziest
secure.
part.
I love myself. I'm fully invested in it. I think I'm amazing, but I also am real.
Right.
But like you're also a person, and like you can still have like thoughts
and you
about
can
yourself,
want to
even,
improve
like, if
and
we
like,
don't agree.
be different.
Yeah, I want to improve. I want to be
Grow.
better. I want to be the best I can be. But even at your best, there's still improvement.
Right.
No one's perfect.
Yeah.
And I do think I think often about the 2 things can be true. And I think like in adult friendships, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to find good people that you can trust, especially doing what we do. Everyone wants to gain something. And I'm like, I got nothing to gain from. Give me some time.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once I'm there, I'll help you. But
Yeah.
what I've also learned is I don't think you're ever really there. I think it's the journey.
Yeah.
And I think you become better
what do they
and
say?
better.
Like live your dash. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
live your
end.
dash.
Yeah,
There's
live
no
your
end.
dash,
Like my family will ask me, like, when are you going to stop all this? Or, hey, Michelle, like, when is enough enough? And I'm like, it's not enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on
I'm
to
like,
the
I'm
next
not
thing.
peaking until I'm 100.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
exactly. And like next time it's going to be better. And like, it's even conversations I've had with my husband, because he's not about this whole crazy life. But he's down for the ride, and there's certain moments that he gets from it too. Like
and
if
it's
we go
so
to
cute,
F1
like when
or
he's
whatever.
like when like we do something big, and like I hear him, because we all in the same office. Like I hear him down the hall, just being like, Michelle did this, like my wife
so
did this,
cute.
and it's like he's like I'll hear him have the same conversation like for an hour before anyone gets in. It's
So
just like so funny.
Do you think like growing up, like being like an adult now, it's harder to make friends than it was when maybe you were like Gabby and I's age?
I think growing up when you're in school and there's so many people there, you just, you can float from group to group and you're just with people because you have to be.
Yeah.
And then in college, you're best friends with people because you're living with them.
together.
So it's like in a week, it's like a year of high school, right?
Yeah.
In 1 week, you know everything
Right.
about the person.
Yeah.
But then I think when you get out of that and you're going to the workforce, you have like your networking
I know, like we got
events.
lucky because we're like together all the time, we're like
Right.
the same age.
Yeah.
Yep. But like when you start networking in business, like really is about those strategic partnerships that are going to propel you forward.
Yeah.
And I think it's about aligning yourself with people who have the same values and the same goals. Because if they have a different goal, they're going to put something else in your head that doesn't get you where you want to go. And you guys know I'm big on goals.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's all I talk about. Because if you don't have a goal, you're going nowhere. But I do think like if you know,
So she makes us have 100.
if you know where you're headed and you surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that have good intentions, find that person and hold on for dear life, because that's a true hard to find person. And I think whether you're in business, I think now, because again, I'm forced to be with friends because of soccer and
Yeah, and like
sports.
your kids,
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
easier.
you're in
But
the
in
same age of
between,
life right
like
now.
the age that our girl Stefania's at, I love you, Steph, or you guys are at, like, the 22 to 30 is a little hard because
you're not back in that like structure. Like once you have
Right.
kids,
Yeah.
like you start getting back into that. Like you have kids around the same age doing the same
Right.
thing. Like your kids are friends, so your parents are parents are friends.
But you can immerse yourself in those networking groups. You can immerse yourselves in, if you like to hike or if you like to go to bar class or whatever it is, like find your you and find someone that's like-minded. And it's also nice to have someone that's not in the day-to-day as well, so that you can talk through
vent.
things that have non-bias.
Like my friends, I talk about Ashley. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Right. Always.
A little.
I feel
It's
like
all right.
that's why it's like a thing in your 20s where like you go through so many friend groups and like that is like a natural thing. It's like, well, yeah, like you're not, like you're going through so many different stages of life. Like,
And it's
the
okay
friends
for
you
like
were
friends to
with in
come
your
in
early
seasons.
20s. Right.
Like I really honestly feel that way.
Right.
Like it's okay.
I feel like it hurts more when like you put it in like a different like category where like you think they're gonna be there forever, and like
Yeah,
that-
of course. And like you don't
yeah.
have to like cut them off. But like
Right.
it's okay to like have a little space and then
Yeah.
like come back together when
Yeah.
it's time.
I think one last thing, as a mom, having friends is harder, because when you become friends with a mom, your kids are vested. And like if you wrong me, whatever, wrong
Right.
me. But if you wrong my kids, or you don't
Right.
put my kid on a team,
Right.
or you're out there and you're doing something to intentionally hurt a child
Right.
Yeah.
because of whatever your bias is towards me or them, or the athletic ability or whatever
Right.
it could be, that's when like I have to pull back, because how could you do that to a kid?
Right.
They don't know.
Right, then they're gonna instill that in them, and they
Yeah,
think like
they
that's
don't know any
right.
better.
Yeah.
Well,
And like,
you know what?
I just can't.
I got one thing to say. If someone comes after Luca, Lucci, or Lily, they got us to fight.
That's it.
Kick their ass.
Me and Ashley are coming in.
Oh my God, you kidding? We
I'll
showed up
fight
to summer
Lucci, so
camp.
watch.
Right,
And he's
right.
strong. I took him down the other day, so
Oh
just
my god!
watch.
Oh my god! We'll fight a whole bunch of 10-year-olds. Are you kidding?
Ashley will be like taking a picture or something. But
I'm
kick
using
their
my
ass.
words. I use my words.
Use your words.
How many 10-year-olds can I take? Like verbally?
No, she's verbal. That's the
Like
problem.
I'm a verbal
She probably couldn't
fighter.
take one.
Like I could make them all cry with my words.
I don't think you could fight one 10-year-old. To be completely
You could not
honest.
fight Lucci.
I don't believe.
You know,
it.
I can't fight Lucci.
And
No,
Lucci's not
he
even
kicked-
10.
Yeah, no, he kicked my butt. Yeah, no, but I did make a boy cry at the bar on Saturday.
Well, see, Ashley's a good verbal assassin.
You did?
I don't verbal assassin. Love that. Putting that on
Yes, that
Instagram
could be
bio.
your thing.
I'll kick their ass and you'll like tell. You'll
Perfect.
like you'll
Yeah.
talk at
I'm
them.
like, I don't know what I'd say. I'll write some things down. But yeah, Gab, you should come on more episodes.
Yeah, you're
That's
good,
fun.
Gab.
Well, I mean, if we get that in-house studio, maybe
Yeah.
we'll just
Yes.
bang them out all the time.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Love you,
Thanks,
Gab.
Danny.
Thanks
Love
for
you,
all
Gab.
you do.
Thanks for coming.